Excuse me. What's up, everybody? Welcome. Welcome to Business Credit Training for Business Owners and Entrepreneurs. During this training, you'll discover how to build credit that's linked to your EIN and not your social security number that requires no personal guarantee or credit check, and how to get business loans and credit lines, even if you have personal credit issues, no collateral, or just starting your business. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Noel A. Booker Sr. with Business Credit Builder.us, and that's the website, Business Credit Builder.us. Um, yeah, That's what it is. I'm going to share my screen so y'all can follow along with my presentation. How about them apples? You know what? I need a new computer because I could tell my computer is slow. It's slow as hell. Mm, okay. Oh, that's where I want to be right there. Let's do this. Boom. Slideshow from the parent slide. Okay. There we go. Now we in business. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Business Credit Training presented by yours truly, Noel A. Booker Sr. Okay. Here goes my contact information. Make sure you know that the website is businesscreditbuilder.us, and you can go get a free guide right now on how to build business credit by going to businesscreditbuilder.us. If you want to have a free business credit consultation, you would go to businesscreditbuilder.us/consult. And if you think that you can get approved for funding now, go to businesscreditbuilder.us/get funding. Um, Check this out. This is what we're going to cover today. How you can get business credit within 7 days or less that's linked to your EIN, not your social, even if you are a startup or have bad personal credit now. Then immediately start using it to get the credit you want and need, even from major sources like Target, Walmart, Staples, Lowe's, Visa, MasterCard, and more. How you can access loans and credit lines, even as a startup, have credit challenges, or lack collateral. Um, Somebody's calling me. Really? Oh, I can't access that right now. Okay. Anyway, most don't know that EIN credit can be built regardless of personal credit quality. Many apply for credit in the wrong order. Okay, so that's going to stop in a second. Okay. Many apply for credit in the wrong order. Okay. So what you need to know is that building business credit is a step-by-step process. Each step is needed for the next step. Okay. So there's no skipping steps. Otherwise, it's not going to go so smooth. Okay. And usually it really don't go really smooth. There's always going to be some lumps in the road that you got to bob and weave and duck and do something, right? Okay, many entrepreneurs don't know that money is available based on business strengths, which I call the three C's of funding. Okay, the three C's of funding are the three C's that lenders always gonna look at when they're trying to give you money or you're asking for some money, right? So the three C's are credit, collateral, and cash flow. If you have all three of these C's, then you could possibly qualify for an SBA loan. But during the shutdown, they're not processing any SBA loans. Okay. But that's the best place to get money for your business at the SBA. If you have all three of these, you could possibly qualify. If you got two of these, you could possibly qualify for a term loan. If you have one of these, then you could possibly then there is money that's available for you depending on which one it is, credit, collateral, or cash flow. If you have none of these, then that's when you start with business credit. And as you build business credit, you get access to more and more credit. Okay? Um, just so y'all know, we got the Under My Wing program, which is in full effect. Um, you know what? At the end of this, I'm gonna tell y'all about the Under My Wing program. But you go to my website and you can apply for the Under My Wing program where I'm gonna be selecting one chosen business to build their business credit for free. Well, not for free. It's actually gonna be 150, which even my current clients know that's a good ass price. Anyway, but I'm gonna tell you more details about this at the end. All right, let's get through this right here. I'm gonna show you how to build business credit. Y'all ready? All right. What is business credit? Business credit is credit that is obtained in a business name. With business credit, the business builds its own credit profile and credit score for its EIN number. The credit is in the business name and based on the business's ability to pay, not the business owners. The business can qualify for revolving store credit cards like Staples, Lowe's, Sam's Club, Costco, and more. Okay. Why business credit is awesome. Business credit has no effect on your personal credit. No personal guarantee is needed in order to build business credit, but it helps. Okay. Business credit building is fast compared to your personal credit. Okay. Because with personal credit, there's five factors that affect your personal credit. But with business credit, there's one factor, and that's how you pay your bills. With business credit, you can offset current expenses. Okay. With business credit, you can increase approval amounts with better rates and terms. And there is no collateral, cash flow, or good credit needed to build business credit. Okay. Once you got business credit, then you get access to loans and credit lines. All right. Every successful business in America has business credit. All right. What you see now is what anybody can see for free. There's a place on the Experian website where you can put your business name and address in there, and you'll come up with a page similar to this. All right. This one is for Facebook Incorporated. They're in Menlo Park, California. Now, the piece that I want to bring to your attention is the number of trade lines. You see that they got 40 trade lines. So let's go over what a trade line is so that we're all on the same page on what a trade line is. Okay. Okay. A trade line is when you go to a company and they give you an account, right? In which you can buy things on credit, right? So they give you this account. You can buy stuff on credit. You buy something on credit and then you pay it, right? So what happens when you pay it? This company sends a report to the Business Credit Reporting Agency. The report says XYZ company, they got an account with us. Their limit is X amount of dollars. They made a payment, they made a purchase, and then they made a payment in X amount of days. They made this payment, right? So they send this report to the business credit reporting agencies, and they put the report on your credit profile. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is one trade line. Does anybody have any questions on what a trade line is before we go forward? And I like to make sure everybody knows what this is before, that we're on the same page, because this is like the basis for building business credit. The idea is to get as many trade lines as you can with on-time payments. Anybody got any questions on that? You could open up your mic. You can put it in the chat. Okay, whatever you want to do. Okay, no questions. So cool. Everybody knows what a trade line is. Let's go. Okay, so um, come on. Okay, here we go. All right. So this page here is for Microsoft. Microsoft Corp, Red Bend, Washington. I didn't know they was in Washington State. They got 131 trade lines. You see that, right? Now, Walmart, they're like the king of they're like the king of business credit. This is how they do business, right? 80% of their business is them buying something with their business credit. Okay. So this is what they do. They'll go to a company like Bounty. They, hey, Bounty, let me get a truckload of toilet paper. So the owner of Walmart, he don't go in his pocket to pay for this, right? Um, he doesn't get the accounting department to cut a check yet. The he places the order, the truckload shows up, they put it on the shelf. We go in there and buy the toilet paper. They take our money that we just gave them for the toilet paper, and then they go pay the bill. So then Bounty says, hey, you did that good. Here's 5 truckloads. Keep flipping that, right? So that's how business is done with business credit. At the big company level, like Walmart, and at the small business level, like the corner store. Like the corner store, when the bread comes, they're not paying for the bread right then. They are counting how many units came in, how many units went out. This is how business is done, ladies and gentlemen, with business credit. How we can help Business Credit Builder. We show you how to make your business credible in the eyes of the lender. Our high-tech software helps you build your business credit to access high-limit store credit, business loans, and credit lines. We work with all legitimate types of funding programs that are available today, offering funding through hundreds of investors and lenders through a multitude of different funding programs. Okay, how do you build business credit, you might ask? That's what we're here for, right? Okay, here we go. Step one. And remember what I said. Each step is needed for the next step, and you cannot skip steps. Okay? No skipping steps. And I want to add that the first step, which is credibility and fundability, um, is the most important step. All right. It's the ABCs, it's the easy stuff of how you set up your business. And it's the most important step in the whole deal. Okay? All right. The perception lenders, vendors, and creditors have of your business is critical to your ability to build strong business credit. Before applying for business credit, a business must ensure it meets or exceeds all lender credibility standards. There are over 20 credibility points that are necessary for a business to have a strong, credible foundation. Okay, let's start with the business name, right? You got to have a business name that's registered with the Secretary of State in the state that you reside. It is very important that you use your exact business legal name anytime that you are using your business name. All right. Ensure your business name is exactly the same on your corporation papers, licenses, and bank statements. Now, when you get this name at the Secretary of State, they're going to ask you to select an entity. All right. They're going to ask you, what's your entity type? What you need to know is that if you select a proprietorship or a partnership, then you are personally responsible for whatever happens with this business. Um, so I suggest you use a LLC, which is a limited liability corporation, or a corporation, right? Either of the two will work for your betterment, right? Let's move on that one. We're not going to spend that much time there, okay? But you need a corporation or an LLC in order to separate personal from business liability. EIN number. I'm not going to talk that much about the EIN number because I'm thinking most of you already know what the EIN number is about. What's up, Jocelyn? What up, though? So I'm going to skip over this EIN number, right? But I'm going to tell you the two things that you need to know. One, you cannot build business credit without an EIN number. Two, it's free. So, you know, don't pay for an EIN number, all right? Okay. Like I said, I'm not going to spend that much time on the EIN number. We're going to skip over that. But the business address, all right? This is important. There are three options, only three options when selecting your business address. The first option is to have a brick and mortar, a building, right? Storefront. You definitely need to have a place where you can accept packages. Okay. It must be a brick and mortar. Okay, boom. But everybody can't afford a brick and mortar starting out and all that stuff, right? Understandable. The next option is to have a virtual office, a business address that is a virtual office. And a lot of my clients get the virtual office because they don't want the world to know where they live, right? So some of my clients, they get the virtual address, right? For as low as $50 a month. But I understand you got to cut your costs and stuff like that. So people that's cutting their costs and don't want to spend that $50 every month, because that do add up. I ain't gonna lie. The last the last resort is the home address. Now, I do want to say that some vendors and lenders do not perceive home-based businesses as being credible, right? But they do this on a case-by-case basis, right? So having a home office and working from home is more acceptable, right? But they're trying to avoid fraud, right? So they're actually looking at your business address when they are attempting to see if you qualify for something. They're like on your Dun and Bradstreet credit report is a Google Maps picture of your business. Okay, so they're looking right at your business. They want to see if this makes sense, right? So, like, let's say if you're a trucking company, well, how are you keeping all the trucks at the house? They're just trying to see if this makes sense. Okay, so that's just something good to know. You definitely need a deliverable, deliverable physical address. It cannot be a PO box. It cannot be a UPS address. Some lenders will not approve and fund unless the criteria is met. Does somebody have a question? Jocelyn, did you have a question? Oh, that was a miss key. All right, cool, cool, cool. Okay, so virtual office addresses. Virtual office addresses. This is my go-to. Da Vinci. In the case you want to get a virtual office address, I would suggest Da Vinci Virtual Office Solutions. If you go to businesscreditbuilder.us/vendors, then you will see the Da Vinci logo. You'll see a telephone number, a person to call, and some verbiage to tell them what product you want. Okay. So, what you need to know about these virtual office companies is that there's a whole bunch of them out there that offer virtual offices, right? But A lot of them will give 100 businesses or more the same exact address. That's not what you want. Okay. You want a unique address for your business. And that's what Da Vinci does. They fill out this form, they send it to the post office, and they get a unique address for your business. So this process actually takes about 3 days to complete, right? They can possibly get you, depending on where you are and the convenience to where you are, they can possibly get you a address as low as $50 a month. Okay, so that's good. The lady's name is Mary up there at Da Vinci. Okay, so your business phone. Okay, business phone. This is crucial. All right. All right. Did somebody type something? Let me see. They did. There's a new deal with this. Okay. Oh, Jocelyn says she got a question. Let's see. I do not. Oh, she do not have a question. Okay, from Jocelyn's Father Christmas is my new question. Okay, from Jocelyn. I I'm confused. Tell me what you need, Jocelyn. All right, business phone. All right, let's talk about this business phone. What the hell? I don't know what just happened. Okay, you must have a dedicated business phone number that is listed with the 411 directory assistance under the business name. Boom. The basic rundown is this: you need a, a dedicated local telephone number that is listed with the National 411 directory. Okay? That's the requirement to build business credit. It's going to be rough getting around this and build business credit. Okay? So, lenders, vendors, creditors, and even insurance providers will verify that your business is listed with 411 directory. Having an 800 number and a fax number is not so important. But once they see that you got this local number that's listed, check, and they see you got a fax number and an 800 number, now you're looking like you're more of a credible business. Okay? Now you're looking like they trying to do some business over there. They got a fax number and an 800 number. Now you're looking, and their number is listed with National 411 directory. That's the key, though. Okay? All right. You must have a dedicated business number that is listed with 411 directory assistance under the business name. Oh, I messed that up. Hold on. Okay. 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 Even if you're a single owner with a home based business, a toll free number provides a perception that you are even bigger company. Okay. And it's inexpensive, right? So, this is what you need to know also. A cell phone or a home number as your main business line could get you flagged as an unestablished business that is too high of a risk. Okay. Now you can operate your business with your cell phone, but when you fill out these applications and saying that you're a business, don't put your cell phone number as that main business number. That can get you denied, and they don't have to tell you why they denied you. Okay, which is different. Than personal credit. They have to tell you why they denied you. With business credit, they don't have to tell you why they denied you. Okay, so don't give a personal cell phone or a residential phone as the business phone number. Okay, you can forward a virtual number to any cell or landline telephone number. Okay, this is my go-tos for getting your business telephone number. All right, Freedom Voice, Ring Central, Vonage. Each one of these will definitely work. Okay, but my go-to is Freedom Voice. Freedom Voice will give you a telephone number, the local number for $9.95 a month. They'll list it for $3 a month. You need that. All right. And then for under $20 a month, they'll add on the fax number and the 800 number. All right. Now you're looking like you're doing business. Your joint is listed, got that local number. Boom. That's what you need. Okay. Business website and email. You need it to look like you're a credible business. This is what you need. They will go and try to find your business website. They're gonna put in the Google search your business name and see what happens. You want them to find your business. And when they find your business website, they're gonna skip that pretty website, the pretty front page, and they're gonna go straight to the contact page. And on the contact page, they're gonna look at the business name, the address, and the telephone number. Hey, Jocelyn. All right. So they're going to look for those three things: the business name, the address, and the telephone number. All right. That's when they're trying to check up on you on the sly to see if you're credible. Okay. And they would want to see that when they look at your website that it's professional enough so they could say that, hey, yeah, they're doing some business there. They're doing something over there, right? All right. All right. Now, my company is MediaNet USA that we do accounting and we do web hosting. We have a package that's called the Small Business Web Hosting Package, which is an all-inclusive package, which means I do everything. You don't have to do nothing. It includes domain registration, 12 months web hosting, website design, monthly updates, unlimited emails, expert customer support, internet consultation, and you can schedule a business credit consultation to talk to me to get that going, right? Or you can call me direct, 404-500-9876. No, I did that wrong. What's my telephone number? All right. Email. You need an email. It's important to get a company email address for your business. It's not only professional, but greatly helps your chances of getting the thumbs up from a credit provider. Setting up a business email address is just too easy and inexpensive to neglect. Okay? So basically, it's just some common sense stuff, right? Lenders do not want to see you doing business or communicating with them from a free email service. They want to see you doing business with your business email. Okay? Which would be your name at yourbusinessname.com, or it could be info, or it could be support, right, at yourbusinessname.com. Fax number. We talked about the fax number, but lenders perceive a credible business as one with the fax number. All right. I'm not going to talk that much on that. This Jocelyn character got some crazy chats going on here. Okay. Um, Business bank account. Your business banking history is vital to your future success of being able to secure larger business loans. The date you open your business bank account is the day that lenders consider your business to have started. So, if you incorporated your business 10 years ago, but you just opened your business bank account yesterday, then your business just started yesterday. Okay? The longer your business banking history, the better your borrowing potential will be. Licensing. One of the most common mistakes when building credit for your company is non matching business addresses on your business licenses. Even worse is not having the required licenses for your type of business to operate legally. You will need to contact the state, county, and city government offices to see if there are any required licenses and permits to operate your type of business. Okay, business listings. Take the time to verify that the main agency, state, IRS, bank, and 411 National Directory have the same business listed the same way with your same with the same exact legal name. Okay? So, businesses that are in existence already, I would say you Google your name, right? And if you got old numbers up there, old telephone numbers, old addresses, you want to have that changed. This company called Yes, they have a service called data cleansing, and they will wipe that straight clean because the lenders, when they see different addresses and different telephone numbers, they're wondering, well, are you over here or are you over there? How do we get in contact for you for real, right? And the main question they're asking is, are they going to pay the bill? So with these different numbers and addresses, it don't look good, right? So they're gonna quickly say nope, and they don't have to tell you why to deny you. Okay, what's going on in the chat here? Let's see. Anything new? No. Okay. 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 Definitely got something going on over there. Okay. Um. Yeah, so that's the deal with that. You want to have all your business information lined up appropriately, okay? And that's step one. Now you see how long it took to do step one? Does anybody have any questions about step one, which is credibility? I also call it fundability. And that's setting up your business right to make it look like you're a credible business. Okay? No questions? Let's go. Let's go then. Let's do this. No questions, right? All right. Step two, business credit reports. Okay. Business credit reports. Okay. Business credit reports are offered by Experian, Dun& Bradstreet, and Equifax. You will first want to get a copy of your business credit reports to see what is being reported. So, the common sense part of this is when you apply for credit, they're going to look at your credit. And with business credit, they don't have to ask you permission. They're looking at your credit. Remember I said about the three C's? Credit, cash flow, collateral. They're looking at your business credit. All right. Just like if you're an individual, they're going to ask you permission to look at your credit, right? And you say, yeah, look at my credit to buy the car, right? With a business, it's the same thing. They're going to be looking at your credit and don't have to ask you. They're going to ask you how much money you make, and they want to know if you got some assets in case you don't pay it. Okay? So you also want to have access to your business credit reports because remember I was telling you about the trade lines, right? I was telling you about the trade lines. And when you make a payment, they send the report to the trade line, to your business credit report. When you make a payment, they send the report to the business credit reporting agencies, right? They put your information on your business credit report, and you want to make sure that they do this accurately and timely, okay? Which they do not. They do not do this in a good manner, okay? Because they're in the business of selling what they just sold you. They're not in the business of doing the after the sale stuff. So that stuff don't get over there right. So a lot of my time and effort is correcting and um, doing inventory on what trade lines should be there, right? So we're always looking at the credit report. You're going to the credit report just to make sure that things are proper, right? Okay. What's up, Robert? How you doing, man? Okay. Um, Dun and Bradstreet, right? Dun and Bradstreet begins the process of building your business credit profile with them. Now, each vendor that you get, they may um report to all three, which is Dun and Bradstreet, Experian, Equifax, or they might just report to one of them, any one of them, or two of them, right? So every vendor does that differently. So, but what you need to do is make sure you got your account set up with Dun and Bradstreet. You need to apply for a DUNS number, which is free. The DUNS number will also play an important role in enabling your business to borrow without a personal guarantor. Okay. Um, and at Dun and Bradstreet, they have the D&B self-monitoring, which is $39 to $99 per month. Okay. So each one of these companies, their job is to collect information, repackage it, and sell it. For our purposes, we would be requesting from them a business credit report for our company, right? And each one of these companies charge different for getting their business credit reports and the information that they provide. Okay. At Experian, they have the smart business reports, which go from $49 to $100 a month. Okay. You can find out how many trade lines are reporting, see if you have a business credit score assigned, see if you have an active Experian business profile, and check your recent inquiries. Okay. Equifax has the Equifax Small Business Credit Report. Okay. It typically takes more time to create a file with Equifax Small Business than Dun& Bradstreet and Experian. Okay. This is why it's important to apply with the credit providers who report to Equifax. So, and their joint is about $100 a month, right? So when you get these accounts, these trade lines, you want to know who they report to. You also want to know when they report. Most of them report at the end of the month. But you definitely want to know who they report to so that when you make a payment, you go pull that credit report from the from the respective business credit agency. Okay? I hope that made sense. Okay, that was business credit reports. Okay? Any questions on business credit reports? Any questions on business credit reports? And remember, each step is needed for the next step. There's no skipping steps, okay? To make this a smooth process, as smooth as it can be. Okay, so the next step is vendor accounts. Now we're going to actually, you see how much time I took just to get prepared. Now we're going to actually do some business credit building, okay? But you got to be prepared first, which is the most important thing. To be prepared to make sure your business is set up credible in the eyes of the lender. Step three is getting these vendor accounts, net 30 accounts. Okay. So this is where we have to go to companies and ask them for credit when we don't even have credit. You know, that's hard to do right there, right? And in addition to that, they have to report to the business credit reporting agencies, and only 10% of all businesses in the United States report to the business credit reporting agencies because they're under high guidelines and restrictions to even be able to report. So it's hard to find these companies that report, okay? And the reason why you want these businesses to report is because you want to create on your business credit profile instances of where you pay on time. That's why we're doing this. Experiences where you pay on time. We want to be able to show a lender we pay on time. All right. So a business credit report can be started much the same as a consumer report commonly is, with small amounts of credit. The business can be approved for small credit amounts to help them build an initial credit profile. These types of initial accounts in the business world are commonly referred to as vendor credit or net 30 accounts. And some vendors will approve your company for net 30 payment terms upon verification of as little as an EIN number and a 411 listing. Okay? So that's why we gotta have this EIN number set up right. We gotta have this local telephone number listed with the National 411. I told you all about that. All right. Make sure y'all get the free guide on how to build business credit at businesscreditbuilder.us. Here are some vendors who will approve your initial credit even if you have none now. Okay. Now, the thing to note is that these accounts right here that I'm giving you change regularly because these vendors, they change their underwriting guidelines based on market conditions. So the first spot you go to now is Maverick Office Supplies, right? You can go to this business, you can go to this website, businesscreditbuilder.us. Click on that Maverick, right? And get yourself an account real easy. They only want to see that you got a EIN number and your telephone number is listed with 411 National Directory, and you get this account just like that. All right. JJ Gold, the CEO creator. Granger, that's a good one. Pilot Flying J, that one. Pilot Flying J, that's good for if you're an actual truck driver. Okay. Uline is a good one. Uline is a good one. Okay. Now, always apply without your social. Okay. Don't for these net 30 accounts, don't put your social. All right. You leave that blank. Where they ask you for your social, you leave that blank. You need to look for the place that says EIN number. You put your EIN number. Some vendors will request it, and some will even tell you on the phone they need to have it. But submit first without it. When your first three accounts, reports, the trade lines to Dun and Bradstreet, the Dun system will automatically generate a pay debt score for your business. Okay? So the goal is to get 5 accounts. Pay your net 30 vendor accounts in full and on time. You must be patient and allow time for the vendors' reporting cycles to get in the reporting systems. Okay? Now, some vendors will require an initial prepaid order. Uline does that. If they don't see nothing on your credit, they're going to ask you for a prepaid order before they can approve you for business terms. Okay? You need to have a total of at least 5 net 30-day pay accounts reporting. You see the car got the number 5. The car got the smoke because he got 5 now, right? And look at his face. He's like, yo, I got credit. Let's go. All right. Okay, so you need to get 5 net 30 accounts. After 5 trade lines are established using vendor accounts, obtaining revolving accounts is the next step. Revolving accounts are cards a business owner can use and not be required to pay the full balance owed each month. Okay? Most stores will not approve a business owner for business credit unless the business owner has an established credit profile and score. Just like in the consumer world, vendor accounts must be used first to establish a profile and score. Then store credit can be obtained. It usually takes 90 days or less. So it takes about 3 months to get to this point where you got 5. And then you could go to the revolving, right? Here's a bonus. Those five, you need to have three of those be reporting to Dun and Bradstreet so that you can make three different payments to a company that reports to Dun and Bradstreet, and that way you can get your pay that score the quickest. Okay. Anissa says the link for the free guide is not working. Wow. So you went to businesscreditbuilder.us and there's a red button on the right and it says free guide and it didn't work. Try this. Go to businesscreditbuilder.us/free guide. But then it comes up with that little they want to verify that it's actual person. Maybe you got stuck up in that process, where you have to take a little while for it to verify. I don't know. Anissa, let me know. All right, let me know, or we'll make it happen for you, whatever way. All right. Okay. Revolving accounts. Most major stores do offer business credit, including all of these right here. Now, all of these right here will not give you credit if you have no credit. You definitely need to have credit already. And some of them need you to be in business for 3 years already. Okay? So, um, when we help you build up your business credit, we know all these details. So we're not wasting your time telling you to go fill out applications, but you're gonna be denied because we already know. Okay. Home Depot, Lowe's, Office Depot, Staples, Best Buy, Walmart, Sam's Club, Costco, Amazon, Dell, Apple, BP, Chevron, Racetrack, and there's a whole bunch of them. All right. There's a whole bunch of them. Right. Most stores will not approve a business owner for business credit unless the owner has an established credit profile and score, just like in the consumer world. Vendor accounts must be used first. Okay? I already told you all that, right? That's how we do it. All right. So, store revolving credit must be obtained before the business owner starts getting Visa, MasterCard, Amex types cards. Once 10 total accounts are on the credit, an owner can then start applying for Visa, MasterCard, American Express. But you got to get up to 10. See, when you go to these credit cards, they need to see that your business is paying stuff on time. They're not trying to take no risk. They want to see. Approval amounts will be equivalent to the highest credit limit account on the business report. So try to have 10 accounts with at least one of them having a 10,000 high limit. So what you do is when you get to that revolving stage and you got those revolving accounts, you pick one of them and use it more. When they see you paying on time, you ask them for an increase of your limit. And you keep calling them and asking them for increases of your limit because you want your limit to go up as high as possible. The higher your limits, the better your company is looking. Okay? All right. It is essential to keep using the credit, keep applying for more credit, and talk with credit providers to raise credit limits. Okay? If you do this, business credit will keep growing until higher limit credit lines are obtained within 6 to 12 months. Okay? So, people ask me how long does it take to build business credit? If you follow my steps, it'll take you about 12 months. If you do it on your own, it'll take you longer than 12 months. But everybody does this at their own pace. Okay. So it's all about how you get these accounts, right? And make a purchase and pay it. And you learn to read your business credit reports to know what the business credit reports mean. And that's another advantage to having a coach like myself is we help you read your business credit reports because it's not easy to read the business credit reports, right? Okay. Oh, it's not working. So before I get off here, we're gonna try it together, okay? And we're gonna resolve this situation, Miss Anissa. We're gonna resolve this situation. All right. No skipping steps. We're almost done. We're almost done. No skipping steps. 10 trade lines is the goal. High limit of 10,000. Cash business credit accounts will match the highest credit limit reported on your business credit profile. You can get access to MasterCard, Visa, American Express. When you got business credit, you can get access to loans and credit lines because they know that you can pay bills. Now you have 10 or more trade lines. That's the goal. All right. All right. Let's go through this real quick. Alternative funding. So, most people go to the bank to get funding, right? So when they go to the bank definitely needs you to have all three of those C's and some more stuff. They definitely need you to have credit, personal and business, collateral, and cash flow. And cash flow means your business is in operation and you're dropping $10,000 at least every month from the sales of your business. That's what they're looking for. Okay. Now, a lot of people that go to the bank get denied. About 80% of everybody that goes to the bank gets denied. So, in in the recent years, within 10 years, there's been these companies um, that provide alternative funding options. They're trying to get access to those people that are looking for money but got denied at the bank. If you got denied at the bank, there are other ways to get money. Okay. So I'm going to go over three situations, right? Real fast. Here we go. Cash flow financing is the most popular type of alternative funding today. These are cash advances that look at bank account management for approval. All right. So cash flow finance is for companies that are in existence. They got the cash flow, but they don't have no credit, right? And they need some money like right now. Something happened and they need some money. And businesses always, you know, are in some cash situation, right? It's not always, they cashing out. Sometimes businesses run into situations where they need to get payroll this Friday, or they have a piece of equipment that went down. They need to get another piece of equipment fast. That's what cash flow financing is for. Emergencies of an existing business is not for startups. Okay. Now, my cash flow um, funding partner is David Allen Capital, which you could go to my website. If you go to business loans and you look for that David Allen Capital, you can apply for what you need. All right. Look at the options for David Allen Capital. And basically, everything is on the phone. What you need to know, you go on the phone, you go put in your quick application, and then they're going to say, okay, it looks like you might be able to get approved. They're going to send you an email for you to connect your bank account so they can see the money going through your bank account. We said you told them I'm making this amount of money, right? Now they want to see it. So they will not even look to see if you qualify until they get into that bank account and see that you are cashing out, that you got some cash flow. And then you could get money from them, like, shoot, within a day. All right. David Allen Capital. That's my cash flow funding partner. Okay. Another way to get funding is through collateral based financing. Collateral based financing can be obtained if you have some type of viable collateral to offset what you are borrowing. Okay. So if you got collateral, get money, right? These are different types of collateral. Accounts receivable is also known as factoring, right? So That type of financing is good for businesses that have invoices that they can batch and sell, right? If you have invoices you can batch and sell. You may have a bunch of invoices that ain't going to pay you for 30 days. With factoring, then you can get paid in 24 hours. Okay? Purchase orders is like government contracts, a promise to pay, right? So if you have a government contract, then there are ways that you can get funding. A bank is not going to touch you with a government contract, right? Stocks, bonds, 401ks. If you have these type of investments, there is funding for your business, which do not touch your current investment. Okay, but you could get lending off on it, on the value of it. Revenue lending, that's similar to cash flow, but you have to have um um like some inventory you're gonna sell, right? We can talk more about that later. Revenue lending, right? There's also inventory and equipment. If you have $100,000 of inventory and equipment, you can get a loan. If you have equity in your home, you can get a business loan. And even insurance agents have what they call the book of business. That's their list of clients. They can get a business loan, all right? So there's different ways to get business loans. Here's the last of the three, the credit line hybrid program. This is good for startups. This is good for people that have good personal credit. Okay? So basically this is how it runs down. If you got a 685 FICO score or better, this is how it goes down. They look at your personal credit. They look at your highest revolving account. Let's say, for instance, you got a Home Depot account and your limit is 30,000, right? Let's just say. What this credit line hybrid program will do is you got a 685 or better. They're looking at your Home Depot account that got 30,000 limit. They'll get you up to 5 credit cards that got $30,000 on them in 3 weeks. Okay? Up to $150,000. So this is a good way that startups can get access to some money right now. Even real estate agents, you know, truck drivers, you could use this credit cards as down payments. You could use the credit cards as down payments to buy property. You could use the credit cards to buy whatever. That's somebody you can swipe with, right? Okay, so that's the basic rundown of that. You can find out more information about the credit line hybrid by going to Business Credit Builder .us/get funding, and you can find out more about the credit line hybrid program. Okay. Okay. Other alternative financing includes we have companies with private money, right? Venture capital and equity financing. That's like the Shark Tank guys. You know about crowdfunding. And there are specialized funding to buy equipment, signs, and vehicle wraps. Okay? So the different ways to see, with funding your business, it may not be you get one lump sum and you pay for whatever you need. It might be determining what you need to buy to operate your business or get it started, and then figuring out how I'm going to finance that piece or different pieces. Okay. Now take a look at this. This is Christine. This is one of my clients. She got all these fundings in 6 months, but not everybody could do this. She's able to do this because her husband is a truck driver. She's a stay-at-home mom. So she's at home doing this. Normal people got stuff to do. So most people ain't gonna be able to do this in 6 months, but it can be done. Okay. Sprint 2,000, Amazon 4,500, tried to supply 5,000, Exxon 5,000, Fuel Man Fleet 6, BJ 7, BP 8, Lowe's 10, Apple 12.5, Shell 15. Look at this. It's over $250,000. Look at PNC. That's a credit line. Okay. She was able to get that credit line because she had all of these accounts saying that she pays her business on time. All right. Everybody could do it. All right. Check out my blog, right? businesscreditbuilder.us/blog. businesscreditbuilder.us/blog and get some nice info. Um, the podcast is Business Credit is Real on Spotify and got all these other social medias. Okay, and make sure you do a free business credit consultation by going to businesscreditbuilder.us. Anissa, you still here? We're gonna do this. We're gonna go and find this free guide for you. Let's see if it's actually not working. Hold tight. Hold on here. I'm gonna we're gonna look for this for you, Anissa. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna share my screen so you can see what I'm doing too. Okay. All right. So you came to the website. Oh snap! Where's the red button? Oh, there you go. Red button. Free guide. So you clicked on the red button and it opens up a pop-up menu. You see it says verifying you are a human. It may take a couple seconds. And let's see. Oops. Oh, snap. You are absolutely correct. It's not working. Holy mackerel. Let's see something. That's not working. Oh my God. That's and it seems like that's with constant contact error. Let me try one more thing. Let me try this other way. I don't know why that thing is not working. I might have to do something. All right, let's see. This is the page you're supposed to go to, right? And okay, click that. Oh, Anissa, I apologize. We have some technical difficulties. I'm gonna have this fixed in the morning. By the time the morning happens, we're gonna have this fixed. Okay? I apologize for that. Constant contact got me all messed up. I'm gonna make sure that gets corrected. All right? I apologize. Anybody got any questions about the business credit building? Anybody got any questions? 1 2 1 2. Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, I apologize, Denise. Yeah, check back tomorrow. We're gonna have that fixed up. You get your free guide, no doubt. All right. And yeah, I got you, no doubt. Anybody got any questions about business credit? What up? No questions? What? Any little question? Come on now. Did I waste my time talking to y'all? Was the information valuable? What? Talk to me. Oh, thanks, Crystal. Crystal says great information. Thank you, Miss Harris. Robert, did you want to say something? She said it was good information. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Hope that helps. Get you in the right direction or whatever's going on there. You know? I'm drinking Kool-Aid, peach mango. Okay. Helena. Helena is is a current client of mine, and she always comes back to the webinars, and I think she might learn something new every time she comes back to and see me do the same information over. I say it all different ways, and you learn something new. Is that right, Helena? Okay, everybody, we're gonna get out of here. Oh! I wanted to tell you all about the under my wing program. Under my wing program, I'm basically just giving out um this program. Let me show y'all. I'm gonna show you on my computer about the Under My Wing program. All right, hold tight. This might be useful for y'all. So I'm gonna give away this. It's something I'm giving away. Can you believe it? Check it out. If you go to my website, businesscreditbuilder.us, you click on that one-on-one consultation. I'm gonna give one away to one business, right? This whole thing, right? Go down here to the bottom. You click on this under my wing business credit program, right? And what's gonna happen is you submit your application um to be considered, to be selected. And I'm going to select one of the businesses to give away this one joint. But it's not going to be free. It's going to be 150. It's going to be 150 for 1 year business credit consultation. And it's one I would do it for free, but I need you to have some stake in the game because if I didn't help you build business credit and then you just stop, then I wasted my time and I didn't help anybody. So I really want to help somebody. And so I determine that by you filling out the application that's at the bottom of this. All right. So introducing my under my wing program, 12 months business credit coaching experience for only 150. It's regularly $1,000 for real. Okay. So you get to set up your business, activate your profile, get initial trade credit, get business credit. All right. Now, here goes all the details about it. You come to this webpage, and here goes the application, right? So you fill out, you apply to be considered. If you want to be down, then just fill out the application. I'm gonna select one and only one company for this low ass price. All right, and thank y'all for coming. We're gonna end this webinar. Today's Veterans Day, so thank you for your service to all the veterans and the family members of veterans and stuff like that, and the people that are working that ain't getting paid. Oh my God, peace to y'all. Thank y'all for your service. All right, everybody.
I have one quick question before we go.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's do
so
it.
in regards to credit lines, is
Yeah.
that looked at as a type of credit that would be, like viewed higher than just a revolving credit card?
Is it viewed as a type of credit?
Right. Like, so what I shouldn't, I'm trying to see if I can explain it. So
Okay.
I know it's a type of credit, right? So would they look at it like higher than just a revolving credit card? Like, say, you know how you went to trade lines first, then revolving credit. Would the credit line like be next in line?
Yes,
Oh,
yeah. Because when you get up to a credit line, it's going to be a bigger amount as well.
okay, got it. That's what I
And
wanted.
and they know that, in order to have a credit line, that's significant. Okay, so your business having a credit line tells other lenders, wow. Now now they see that you have a credit line, the next thing they're going to look at is, are they paying the bill on time? Right? So, yeah, so that is you are thinking correctly, right? Yeah. So cool. Any more questions? I like the questions now. The questions get me going. All right. No more questions. Okay, let me see. Robert said something. I got in late, but I did Find the information was great. How much do you charge? Oh, you want to know? Okay, we can go over that if you want to. All right. So, but you fill out this joint and you get down for the low low, right? But I got two different packages. You want me to go over the packages I got? We could do that. I'm gonna share my screen once again. Here we go. Okay, so um on my website, which is businesscreditbuilder.us, we're gonna go to the pricing page. The two products that I have is the fundability system, right? This is the best one, the fundability system. Okay. Um, the fundability system. It goes for $29.95. But anybody that comes to these webinars, I'll give them 50% off. All right. Basically. Like if you was interested in that one, then cool. But let me explain what the fundability system is. And there's a video also on this page. If you see this right up here, fundability, there's a video there that explains what the fundability system is. But I'm gonna tell you, what it is you get your own portal, right? You get your own portal to build your business credit. The portal is gonna tell you exactly what you need to do. It's gonna connect your business credit, right, to the portal, and the portal's gonna tell you every single step. You got a business. You got a business name. Yes, I got a business name. You put in your business name, right? You got a website. You got an EIN number. All that stuff is gonna tell you. If you don't have it, it's gonna teach you how to complete it. And also, this is powered by artificial intelligence. Okay? This is powered by artificial intelligence. So it's not willy-nilly. It's telling you exactly what your steps are to go to the next, to build up your business credit. You can put in the goal that you have. I need to buy this car. I need to buy this property. Well, the system is going to tell you in order to get there, these are the steps. And we're able to do this because we are brokers of lenders, or we're a lending broker. We have hundreds of legitimate lenders, and we know the underwriting guidelines. So most of the time when people come to me, they don't qualify now, right? They don't qualify now. We have to get you qualified, right? Or if you do qualify, we're gonna set you right straight up with them. But most of my clients, they don't qualify now. They might be a couple steps away from qualifying, but they don't even know what the requirements are to qualify. And if you do this on your own, if you ask somebody, if you ask a company, what do I need to qualify? They're going to tell you to fill out this application. We're going to set you up right. We're going to make sure you qualify so that you get automatic approvals once you apply, right? So the best system, and it's best for overall long term because it never goes away. You always have advisors to help you that you can call. You always have financial consultants that say, okay, this is what you qualify for. Here are the details. So you're not doing this alone, right? You got your you got your system. You can email, you can call people to help you. I got a question, right? That's what this system is. The fundability system. Fundability checks, business credit builder, funding explorer, unlimited coaching, financing specialist access, cash flow monitoring, that's a beta situation, bureau insights access. That's where we connect your business credit reports to the system, and the system is going to tell you exactly what you need. All right. The other thing I have, other product I have, is the business credit building program, which is a one-on-one consultation for 1 year with me. It goes for $999. Okay. Um, if you want to do that, I can give you a special hookup on that $999 if you're willing to go forward If you're willing to go forward today, we're gonna work out something really nice for you. Otherwise, it costs $9.99, right? Um, you can, you know, schedule a consult. You can call me directly. Okay. Um, those are the two things that we offer. We also offer setting up your business. Where is that on here? It's supposed to be on here. It's not on here. Okay. But oh, this is it right here. No, that's not it. Okay, but we offer services of setting up your business as well. All right. Got any questions? Let me see. Something's in here. Let's see. Okay. Okay, Robert, you got the information you need? The basics and stuff like that. Okay. All right, everybody, we're gonna get out of here. Thank y'all for coming. Once again, peace and love. This is Noel Booker signing off. Yes, indeed.